Hi everybody, I'm Megan Kalbach with K Marketing Co. and I'm so excited to introduce our guest today, who is Scott Ryno from Ryno Public Safety Solutions. We're going to talk a little bit about SAFER grants and how they might benefit your fire department. So before we begin, Scott, hello, welcome. I'm excited to just have an open conversation with you today because we know that there's a lot out there about SAFER grants, the benefits to fire departments, but there's also a lot of confusion, questions, and it might be overwhelming. So we're gonna handle some of those topics today, discuss that a little bit together. But Scott, if you just wanna introduce yourself, tell a little bit about your fire service background and what Ryno Public Safety Solutions does.
Sure. So first, thanks for having me today.
Absolutely.
I've been in the volunteer fire service. This is year 40. Been a chief officer now for around 20 years. So I've done this a long time, and but that's also afforded me a lot of opportunity to see the different needs that are out there for the fire service. Ryno Public Safety Solutions does a number of things. It's education, consulting, and I offer AD sales and service. But in addition to that, what we're going to talk about today specifically is grant writing and grant management. We're going to focus that mainly on the SAFER grant program. Hopefully we can provide some valuable information of how fire companies can take advantage of our services.
Awesome, well let's jump right in.
Let's go.
All right, Scott, so let's talk about the process of the SAFER grant for potentially people that are watching this video.
Okay.
So the first opportunity would be if they're working with a grant writer, potentially a grant coordinator, and a marketing agency prior to writing the grant. If that's the case, what are some of the suggestions that you would give to them?
So the biggest thing is start early. Okay, these grants are involved. These grants are different than the traditional AFG where a fire company says, I'm going to buy turnout gear. Okay, you need to know how many sets you're going to need. You need to call up a vendor and say, I need 20 sets, send me a quote. Boom, done. Okay, pretty easy. These particular grants, you got to build programs such as under the marketing. The marketing alone is a whole aspect of the grant. FEMA actually allows, a lot of folks refer to them as buckets or categories, and then under each bucket or category there is different things that you can put in for it. So there are really three main categories. There's print media marketing, there's the more digital media marketing, and then there's marketing firm. So one of the categories in a SAFER grant that I believe a lot of companies miss is the marketing firm. I think it's a couple-fold. In some cases, they probably don't really understand or think that they're going to hire a marketing firm, so they really don't focus on that. And I also think that they don't necessarily understand what that means. And what I tell people is, and the clients that I deal with is, listen, I'm not a marketing person. I'm a fire chief, okay? So if you're gonna ask me to design something, I don't know what's going to work. It's not my field. So you want to work with a marketing firm early on. And this is also important from your budget standpoint is what I've seen a lot in these grants is folks will get their grant awarded and they will have marketing money in there. And I'll look at that marketing money and it'll say, we're going to build this state-of-the-art website with all these widgets. It's going to do all these great things. And we budgeted $1,000. And then they go to a marketing company and they find out, oh boy, that is way low. We should have budgeted way more than that. What you want to do is get your relationship with your marketing company right away in the grant process. Sit down and work under the auspice that this grant is going to be funded and put together a basic plan under each one of these categories that a marketing company can price that out and say, listen, put $15,000 in this category, because then when it does fund, you know that you have the appropriate monies in there to do what needs to be done. Having a marketing plan is very important in the grant, I think, towards getting the grant funded, and it certainly is at the end, if the grant is funded, it's going to be the largest part of your success.
Another thing that you made me think of is If you're writing with the marketing agency in conjunction with your grant writer, not only do you have a higher chance of being awarded because you have a thoroughly developed plan, because remember, when those are being reviewed, the people reviewing that are also going to know that $1,000 for a billboard is an inaccurate statement.
Correct.
And so they're going to potentially say, well, did they really do their homework?
You know, some people try to think lower in terms of a budget is better. That's not always true.
Very
You know,
true.
if you can say, I need $30,000 versus 10, but listen, here is everything $30,000 is going to accomplish.
Right.
Here's my goal at the end. And if you fund that $30,000, I've done the research and believe I will accomplish that goal. That means a lot more to a reviewer than just saying, give me $10,000.
Right. Some of the items that can be included in your marketing fund with your SAFER grant are items specifically related to recruitment and retention. So if a new recruit were to come to you and say, hey, I'm interested in joining the fire department, having a well-designed print material for them to learn what the fire department is for, how they can get involved, and some frequently asked questions for them. It also includes things on larger scale like radio advertisement, commercials. One of the successes we've had recently is that with our target demographic being younger adults is going to streaming and running our ads on streaming, which are platforms that young adults are looking to use specifically. Another great piece that your SAFER grant covers is your website design, having a really well-established website that answers recruitment and retention issues for potential members. It also covers SEO. So if somebody types into Google or a search engine that they're looking to join their local fire department, that you as the local fire department actually show up as a result. And from the social media, we can't forget good old social media, but having those social media ads, geofencing ads to make sure that we're hitting the target demographic within the service area. If you're listening to that and all of a sudden you thought, wow, we don't know how to do any of that, that is exactly where you came in, Scott, and saying about having that marketing agency written into your grant allows you the opportunity to just be able to welcome in those new potential recruits and allow your marketing agency to get them in the door. Another reason that hiring a marketing agency is so important in having a successful SAFER grant is because the reason that you're being awarded a SAFER grant is because of your need for new fire department members, new volunteers, meaning that the department is already short-staffed. By partnering with a marketing agency as part of the grant that you're being awarded, that's allowing a professional to come in and handle the time that's involved in finding the appropriate target audience, as well as coming up with the campaign, the slogan, and high quality images and graphics and video content so that the volunteers you do have are excited about welcoming in the new team members and training and mentoring them and not worrying about the ins and outs of the actual campaigns that need to be done for that to happen.
Marketing companies are not one size fits all.
Yes.
You know, there are marketing companies that do great work, but they know nothing about a volunteer fire company. And so then I'm going to them and saying, here's what we need to do. And they're saying, well, you know, we can try to fit you in this box here. And that's not necessarily their fault, but
Right.
They don't have that expertise. So I think there is a lot of value in a fire department seeking a marketing company that has some understanding.
So one of the ways that we have found that the marketing agency has helped the fire departments that we've assisted with is creating customized content. When you don't have that marketing agency as part of your grant, you're getting more standardized images. And with the advancements in technology, with AI, with Google reverse image searches, and stock photos, people are seeing through that. If you're looking to recruit people into your specific fire department, of course you want the imaging, the message, the live action shots of you out serving the community and on the fire scene to be directly from your fire department.
And so one of the challenges the volunteer fire companies are going to have on our side is when we want to make these videos and do real-time shoots and all that, that's all great things, and I think that would be beneficial. However, from a marketing company standpoint, again, my guys and girls are volunteers, so I'm probably going to have to set this up to get footage at 7 o'clock on a Monday night or 8:30 on a Saturday morning. And that's obviously outside normal business hours for a marketing company. So, are you able to adapt and work with that type of schedule?
Absolutely. So a little bit about K Marketing Co. I'm the founder and owner here. My husband is actually a volunteer deputy fire chief, and my dad was a firefighter growing up. So it gives me a neat perspective on what the life of a first responder, especially a volunteer first responder, looks like and what their availability is. On our team, we also have many members of our staff that have grown up and are part of the fire service themselves, as well as a team that understands working with nonprofits and volunteer organizations that evenings and weekends to get footage is needed, and we are willing and available to make that work for our departments.
If you set your grant up right, you get the right people involved, you write it right, you hire a grant coordinator, marketing company, all those things, you can get great results. All your volunteer fire company needs is basically like an oversight committee, or if your board's going to do it, but you don't have to run the day-to-day operation of it.
Exactly.
A grant coordinator and a marketing company will handle that, and you sit back and do the high-level management oversight, and you reap the benefits of federal dollars.
Scott, let's say that I'm watching this video and my department has already submitted our SAFER grant and we've been awarded or potentially awaiting an award, but we haven't included having a grant administrator or a marketing agency in there. Does that mean that if we get awarded or we have been awarded, what do we do next?
You can still reach out and I can take a look at what you have and help you plan. And there are some options depending on what you put in for and what your overall plan is. There is an amendment process to FEMA that I could assist you with, where you could potentially request to change some of your categories, move monies around, do things differently. So no matter what, even if it has been awarded and you are looking for assistance, you can certainly reach out and I can help guide you in the process. So if somebody wants to do their own research on contacting you or finding out more about your marketing firm, what's the best way for them to do that?
You can find us at kmarketingco.com. We have an entire page that is specifically designed for SAFER and our first responders that we have the privilege and honor of supporting with their efforts. And of course, it has more information about our preferred partnership with you, Scott Ryno, and that coordination, because again, one of the things that we have found is that the fire departments, again, are wearing so many hats. So finding a coordinator, figuring out how they work, and then finding a marketing team, figuring out how they work, and then explaining to them how a SAFER grant work is a lot of effort. And us in our partnership and helping to eliminate some of that, just a lot of noise, a lot of information, and streamlining that for the departments is really a benefit to them.
And, so folks are aware watching this, I also work directly with K Marketing and had them build my website. So yes. I have a very robust website now, thanks to them. And I have references and things on there. I've pages specific to SAFER. There's now, due to the next round of SAFER about to open, that's right on the home page there. So you can certainly go to my website as well, Ryno Public Safety Solutions.
Well, we had the privilege of building your website for you, and we've had the privilege of learning from your many years of fire service and partnership for us and supporting these fire companies that are watching this video. So thanks for your time, Scott.
Thank you very much.